Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome back to the channel. Hope you're having a great day. We're back in the studio today, and I want to break down a lot of really cool information I am hearing with the ZR1 coming out and how to buy it. Guys, we need to talk how to dodge dealer scams and ridiculous things that go into place when buying anything new. This weird thing happened that with newer cars, and I first really saw it mainstream with Shelby Mustangs back in 2014, 2015 in the GT350. There's this really unfortunate thing, this practice in the automotive industry, and I'm pretty sure most of you are familiar with it by now. It's that of markups, and during COVID and post-COVID, things got very bad. With the supply constraints all across the world, well, cars were going for a lot more money, and strange marketing demands happened. Because when you have a limited production vehicle from Ford, Chevy, even from exotic car companies, with all this hype, going to a dealership, oh, they're seeing it all day. And when they're seeing people want to get the next performance car, they sit back and go, well, I'm the gatekeeper. If you want this vehicle, I own the rights to this general area because my dealer is here in this city. You have to go through me. And this is where everything bad begins, because markups have been affecting, I think, basically every one of us who want to get a new performance car, and these dealers are making an insane amount of money. Just recently, I was calling around just looking at Porsches, Porsche Carreras, any 911. And what I was hearing, they are marking them up. The most standardized Porsches that you can imagine had markups of 10% or more, which is something that's new to me now. I'm familiar with markups for limited, well, let's say the most sought after models, such as the Porsche Turbo S or the Porsche 911 GT3 RS. When you put a markup on series production cars that are not meant to be the pinnacle, hottest thing on the market, I don't understand how people can really keep falling for it. And I want to talk specifically about the Corvette ZR1 today, because I know many people want to get the ZR1, me included, and I can't wait. I just want to reassure many of you, there are ways to get that car for MSRP. There are dealerships out there that sell for MSRP. And it looks like the demand and the supply for the Corvette Z06s right now, and a lot of the Corvettes in general, have equalized. And this means that the markups aren't simply as high as they used to be for Z06s in general. You can go to a dealership and buy ones that are readily available for about MSRP from what I've been seeing. You have to call around, definitely. The secrets that I've really learned over the years stem from having an open mindset. And I've had the chance to buy a lot of really amazing cars and work my way through each model to share and document with all of you what they're like to buy, to own, to track, and in general to live with. So when I was getting even my GT500s, it was hard, I'll be honest. That was the incredible Ford Mustang, the first 700 plus horsepower Mustang ever. I literally was calling dealership after dealership. Do you know what I found after calling hundreds of dealerships? And I was actually at a plotted map, and I was analyzing on paper what the markups were and how everything came together. Do you know what I found? There was a trend. A lot of these trends that I found were located solely in populated states with big cities. When you go to a Los Angeles Porsche dealer versus a random, let's say, Mideast Porsche dealer, the markups are totally different. And it's because they know, since I am located here in the heart of business and a flowing economy, so many people around me who have money or are moving in, the opportunities are endless in California. Here's the funny part. Dealerships can put any number markup they want in these vehicles and really get away with it because they're not concerned about returning buyers. They know that if you walk in and they make you mad, you can walk out with an angry look on your face, telling yourself, I'll never go back. And the flip side, they could care less because there are so many more people out there that could pay the markup. And I think this is how the trend comes into existence that I found. You need to understand that the demand in other regions aren't the same as California. People, for some reason, I've always been curious about this, they don't really think about calling out of state or calling a few cities away. You have to understand, not everyone is as in tune with the car industry as maybe me and you right now. People live their lives. They have multiple passions, right? And they might see a brand new car and go, oh, I love the color of that car. Oh, is that the latest model with the newest tech? How much are they going for? Oh, 30 over. Oh, they're all going for 30 over. Is that right? Oh, you're actually giving me less money over sticker than the average? Oh, really? Oh, thank you so much. That's how it works. People fall for that, and I don't truly blame them. It's not intentional. People, I think, naturally believe what they're told. There's so many sales practices out there. So in this video, I just want to really share with you guys how to dodge dealer scams and malpractices when buying the ZR1 so that the experience is at least better for all of you. And step one with that is just make sure to always keep an open mindset and call around. If you've called your local Chevrolet dealership or walked up and they don't seem interested, let's say they tell you that they're all being sold for $100,000 over sticker, you don't have to deal with them. You have all the power. You're the buyer. You can call anywhere across the country to any Chevy dealership and try to speak to them next to see if you can get a better deal. This applies to getting deals on housework, yard work, anything. You want to find multiple bids and use those bids to your benefit. This is how buying these limited edition cars works for so many people. They know to call around and don't listen to whatever the salesman that's there to sell a car has to say to you, or the general manager. You have to look behind the invisible curtain, let's say, and look at the incentive of them selling for a markup and motivation. Now, step number 2 is to order. This is a dilemma a lot of people find if they want something now. If you want something now, hey, there's probably gonna be a markup for it, and it makes sense. You're paying a premium for getting something sooner, and time is money. I found with ordering exotic cars, for example, you can order a new Ferrari 296, let's say, for MSRP. If one's sitting on the dealership showroom, they may have a different practice, and that practice is charging a markup. It totally makes sense because when you're ordering a vehicle, you have to wait time, you have a certain position in line, you're waiting your turn, and you're billing a vehicle to your specifications. When you're buying dealer stock, this is something that is readily available right now. The demand is much higher because people don't have to wait to get it. They can walk in and buy it right now. And what happens when demand is higher for a certain product? It makes total sense to increase the price. It's why if you go to an amusement park and you want something to drink or food and you're hungry or thirsty, you walk up to a stand that sells food or a restaurant in the park, it's more expensive because you're paying for the conveniency of having something there in the fun zone. Step number 3, don't always believe everything that is told to you. A lot of the times I have seen crazy dealer practices with them telling you how this is your only shot at getting the vehicle. They're all going for 50 over. You can't get one unless you participate in a bidding war. Any of that. Don't believe any of it. It's not true. These are vehicles that can be ordered as long as they have enough of them going to the dealership you are interested in working with. That's it. That's all it comes down to. Dealerships out there like to maintain good relations with customers. That's why there are dealers out there like the McMulkins and more that sell for MSRP. It's good that they do that, and I'm a big fan of those practices. The bidding war, you could call it a scam, is something that I've seen quite often with new cars coming out where it'll land on a dealership showroom floor and they don't really sell it. They say it's an official dealer stock model and we're just gaining interest, right? We're garnering interest right now. Let us know, do you want to buy it? Then next thing you know, they have, let's say, 30 people who have inquired. They send out a mass text message saying, okay, we have decided we're going to be doing a bidding to sell the vehicle. We're going to be auctioning the vehicle to the highest bidder. Please let us know your bid. The current high bid is X amount. It's all about making as much money as possible over a single car. I would steer clear of any of that. Don't waste your time. Step number 4, don't listen to them when they say they don't make money at MSRP. That's not true. MSRP stands for Manufacturer Suggested Retail Price, and this is something that people have been haggling over for years. I mean, it used to be standard where you're paying top dollar if you pay MSRP, and then good or usual deals may happen below MSRP. Now we don't see that anymore, and dealerships try to act like, well, we're not making any money at MSRP. It's not true. They are making money. On some of these models, they make $10,000+ off one vehicle's sale at MSRP. So ignore that. Dealers have a margin baked in. It's unfortunate because I think the margin from the actual manufacturer, like Chevrolet, could be even smaller at times than what you see at dealerships, because they try to sell these vehicles at a wholesale price to dealers, which is very affordable, an invoice price. It's very affordable to maximize supply and demand and economies of scale to, in the end of the day, help buyers. Then you have all these efforts to save costs and make things affordable for the customer get ruined because dealers say, I want to charge as much as I humanly can because I want the biggest profit ever. They didn't build the vehicle, they didn't design the vehicle, they didn't ship the vehicle, they didn't develop the vehicle, they don't have any engineers in the payroll, nothing like that. So you need to understand that, yeah, they're making money at MSRP. Number 5, wait. Trust me, this is probably one of the most powerful things you can do as a customer. Just wait it out. If you look at the market right now, what do you see with Z06s? You can buy them. There's just quite a good amount of them for sale. They made around, 5,000 or so in the first year. The second year of rolling through right now, they're making a good amount of them. E-Rays are starting to come out. You can get them for good deals. Same with standard Stingrays. You can buy Stingrays for thousands below MSRP on used car sites, popular used car sites like Auto Trader. It's because the secondary market is something that truly gives you good deals, because these vehicles have to compete with other vehicles in the market. Therefore, owners, if they want to sell fast, they have to price accordingly. Or they have to wait, and then more and more vehicles get built and then sold and readily available on the secondary market, which lowers the costs. Supply and demand is an interesting thing. When supply hits and meets demand at the equilibrium, things start changing. And then when there's more supply than demand, well, guess what? The cost starts going down and down and down and down. Consider waiting until these things start getting produced at a high amount and quantity meets demand. Finally, step 6. This is a hard one. This is a hard one for many of you. Consider not ordering. You don't need to order a brand new car every time you get a new car because you want your custom spec one of one, or you want the new car experience. I see this all the time with Stingrays everywhere, and it's because you can go order a brand new Corvette right now, or you can pay thousands of dollars less and literally buy, oftentimes, the same exact build you were gonna build. You may ask yourself, why would you wait 2-3 years to order a brand new one when the same exact spec that you would want is available right now for MSRP or thousands below MSRP? It's an interesting question. It's a weird one to me, because with Corvettes, I find that a lot of people, regardless of availability, they still just want to order a brand new one. And this creates a dilemma of waiting a long time and paying markups, because mindsets are focused on, I want something new, brand new. I want to be the first owner. Corvette is a mass-produced brand. When you look at exotic cars that are more limited, you can't always have that mindset, which I would say leads to people being more open to buying them used, because you can't just walk in and continue ordering a 458 to this day. No, you can't. You can't walk in and still order a 765 LT. No, you can't. If you want one, you gotta buy used. I find exotic car owners, supercar owners are more accustomed to buying used vehicles because they know that there's certain windows in time where you order it new, and if you miss it, you miss it. So what? Just go buy one used and let's save some money. It's a known thing, a known method of buying cars that are very luxurious. With Corvette, since these are mass produced, people are able to get exactly what they want and they don't mind waiting. It's up to you. Do you want to wait or not? Finally, my last point for this video, step number 7, always get any deal you have in writing, whether it's an MSRP deal or that the dealer has an allocation and they're gonna sell you a car within a certain year. I've seen things go bad for many friends of mine who don't get things in writing, and the dealer says, well, we thought we had an allocation, it's been about a year and a half, we don't, sorry. Or, hey, the car is no longer available, the dealer owner bought it, or something random like that. If you get stuff in writing, you can defend yourself and have a good bargaining position to get the vehicle that you want. The deals are more solid. Please let me know your thoughts on my 7 ideas or steps to avoid dealer scams when buying new cars, such as the new Corvette ZR1 over the horizon. Please let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. My ending message is start now, start fast, and I wish all of you the best of luck. If you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button. It really does help me out, and subscribe for much more great content coming out your way. Hit the notification bell so you're up to date with all the new videos coming out when I post them. Thanks again, and I'll see you in the next episode.